Okay, this is going to be a quick little tutorial for any of you zBrush users out there. And it's going to be about extracting detail from Polypaint and using it in your sculpt. And also, if you ever run into a bug like this, where you get these weird artifacts on your face, it's actually because of your material. So it's an easy fix. Just go select your normal material, click on M for material and color, fill object. And sometimes that doesn't even work, it's just, yeah, it actually worked, okay. Yeah, I've actually deleted higher subdivision levels to fix that before, but it's a really easy fix, so. Anyways, okay. Getting detail out of Polypaint. So I kinda already did this with the face. You can see there's this pore detail from the Polypaint. So I'm going to do it with the eyes. There they are. I'm just going to solo them real quick. So we have this cool little eye texture that I painted up, but it's extremely flat. So if we want to extract some data from this, it's really easy. I guess first we should subdivide a few times. So there's enough vertices to push around. And it's still gonna look weird because my texture is kinda low res, but you'll get the idea. So what you wanna do is go your masking drop down and mask by color, go to intensity, and then you'll get this mask here. And if you invert it, okay, if you invert it, I don't know if I inverted, you can kind of see what's going on. Yeah, it's kind of hard to see because the details are so fine, but once we start changing this, you'll see what happens. So now that we have the mask, we can go with deformations, and let's inflate. And you can kind of play around with this value. I'm going to do 0.5, and you can see that that kind of looks a little bit too intense. Or maybe not. Now you can see that we have some of this detail on the iris. And I'm going to invert my mask, and then I'm just going to do an inflate again, but I'm going to do a negative value. I'll do a little bit less this time. So that kind of brought everything out now. But anyways, you can see that we have some nice detail in here from our Polypaint. So that is one easy way of extracting that data. I always wondered how to do this because there's a shader called Bump Viewer that's really cool, and it lets you see like what this would look like. Like this, but it doesn't actually give you that sculpt detail. So that's just a quick way of actually getting that detail. And you can always come back in here and clean up anything that you don't want to be bumpy. So let's give it back its normal material, and I'm just going to kind of smooth this stuff out. I use the tablet. I probably should smooth these edges anyways, color wise, because they're on your eye there is kind of a fade between the sclera and the iris. So it's not a bad idea, just smooth this stuff out here. And now you have a little bit more detail on your sculpt. And it matches up perfectly with your Polypaint. This is especially useful when you use Lightbox to project texture onto your model, which is what I did with this face. And then I just use that same method, and I instantly have a whole lot of sculpt detail that would have taken hours to do manually. And it matches up perfectly. So that's how you do that. Thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll be able to post some more tutorials in the near future.